Welcome to a special edition of Daily Airline News focusing on the search for MH370. I'm Jeffrey Thomas and I'm delighted to say joined by my co-hosts, Richard Godfrey in Frankfurt. Good afternoon to you, Richard.
And good evening to you, Jeffrey.
And Blaine, good evening to you in Southeast Asia.
Yes, and good evening to you, Jeffrey, and to Richard. And it's great to have the three of us together.
Absolutely. This is episode 285, viewers. It's MH370 News Search Analysis. The Malaysian government has announced the resumption of the search for MH370 by Ocean Infinity, and it will start on December 30, when we expect the vessel to depart Singapore for the southern Indian Ocean. Malaysia's Transport Ministry said in a statement on Wednesday, that's today, that, I quote, Ocean Infinity has confirmed with the Malaysian government that it will recommence seabed search operations for a total of 55 days to be conducted intermittently. The search will be carried out in targeted area assessed to have the highest probability of locating the aircraft, in accordance with the service agreement entered between the Government of Malaysia and Ocean Infinity on the 25th of March 2025. Now, before we go into a deep dive, viewers, please subscribe to us, please like us, please keep those great questions coming and also those lovely comments. We do appreciate them very much indeed. Firstly, let's get some initial reaction to the news, firstly from Richard.
Yes, I'm very pleased with the news and a total of 55 days of seabed search operations will take the whole of the summer season in the southern Indian Ocean from end of December 2025 until May 2026. It will allow Ocean Infinity to search an area much larger than initially considered at 15,000 square kilometers. They've already searched earlier this year for 22 days and so far covered 9,976 square kilometers. Another 55 days will allow them to cover a further almost 25,000 and make a grand total in 2025, 2026 of almost 35,000 square kilometers. And we remember on the 23rd of February this year, the Ocean Infinity ship Armada 7806 arrived in the search area for MH370 from Singapore via Mauritius. And it left after 5 days for Fremantle to refuel and get supplies. And then it arrived back in the search area from the 11th of March for a further 17 days and finally left on the 28th of March to return to Singapore.
Now, Blaine, your initial thoughts?
I am delighted that the search is resuming and that Malaysia has made the announcement because that helps put to rest a lot of the crazy rumors and speculation that have been going on in the internet, media, and in 370 land. It's not clear if resuming the search on 30 December means setting sail for the search area with full crew and equipment or arriving there and already beginning the search. However, it doesn't matter because it is clear that Ocean Infinity will be actively searching in a full-fledged search at the beginning of next year and going for 55 working days. So that is excellent.
Yeah, it is indeed. Now, Richard, what ship do you think will conduct the search? We've been keeping an eye on Armada 8605. Can you give us an update on it and the rest of the fleet too, if you could possibly do that?
Sure. So we're showing a screenshot of Armada 8605, and that is currently one of their newest ships and currently undergoing a search for the Philippine government in the San Bernardino Strait. Ocean Infinity has 16 ships around the world, most in Europe, some in North and South America, and some of the newer ones in Asia. And we're tracking all of them in Vessel Finder, so we can see where all of these ships are, and we'll keep you updated.
Now, still with you, Richard, we have a suggested plan for the search from our viewer, Ventus 45. What are your thoughts on that?
Yes, but Blaine very carefully pointed out we don't know whether the 30th of December is the date they set sail from Singapore, or whether that's the date they arrive in the search area. But based on that's the departure date from Singapore, we're showing a screenshot of the outline plan. It will take them around 15 days to get to the search area. They'll do scanning probably for 27 days, and then they'll go across to Fremantle for refueling and new supplies, maybe even crew changing. Then they go back out for another 28 days into the search area, and then they finally return to Singapore. The whole thing will take 95 days and 55 days in the search area and in the search operations.
Now, Blaine, for a moment, let's move away from the search analysis and focus on the relatives with whom you are very close. They have been through hell for the last 11 and a half years, with 150 books written about the disappearance of MH370. Can you give us some thoughts on how they must feel? And I understand also, Blaine, you've got a statement to read as well.
Yes, I do. The family members I've spoken with are very happy to see progress again. Nobody can speak for the families except for themselves. And of course, each family member has his or her own individual feelings and thoughts. I am honored to read the articulate statement of one of them, my dear friend K.S. Narendran, that he made today. Here is Naren speaking. During November, the search season was on my mind, and I noticed a total silence on all fronts. So this morning's announcement of the resumption of search from end December 2025 came as a welcome surprise. I hope the search extends to all recommended sites and coordinates coming from credible sources. I doubt we will have another shot at searching after this one. We haven't heard from Ocean Infinity yet, so I wonder about the timelines, what and how many vessels and AUVs, ROVs will be thrown into the search. I don't recall what the terms agreed with Ocean Infinity are, aside from no fine, no fee. I hope for utmost transparency on the terms of the search. Should a debris field be located, what are the prospects for recovery? I wonder if that will involve another protracted negotiation. My wish is that the plane is found and the Southern Indian Ocean end of flight is confirmed. That will put the Maldives, South China Sea, Sumatra, wormholes, and many other theories and explanations to rest. It will lend weight to the validity of some of the data and the approaches and analysis that various experts have attempted to pinpoint a crash location. If the search returns a blank, I dread to ask if there is any acceptable basis left to look elsewhere. Do we really have a choice to not be open to looking? I can't help but pause for a moment, incredulous. Close to 12 years now, we still know little about the cause and circumstance of Malaysia 370's disappearance, or the whereabouts of what remains of the plane. No fresh leads, no leaks. Those are Naren's words and feelings.
Very heartfelt words, Richard, aren't they?
Yeah, very touching. And I must say, I feel for the families. And Naren, as always, has put it into words in a very wise manner. And we can only hope that finally we will be successful at finding MH370 and answering the open questions and bringing some form of closure for the families.
Yeah, indeed. And sort of following on from Naren's comment, Richard, compared to the first Australian search, the latest Ocean Infinity search will be much faster and, of course, bristles with the latest technology. Can you walk the viewers through what's on board their ships?
Yeah, we're showing a screenshot of the Ocean Infinity equipment as of February, March, earlier this year when they were out in the southern Indian Ocean searching. And they have since launched several new ships and are investing in AUVs and ROVs all the time. I expect they will have 3 Hugin 6000 AUVs on board, and they will have possibly one heavy-duty Schilling ROV 6000 and one of their Saab CI-EW ROV 5000s. And this will allow them to search on average around 450 kilometers squared per day. And if they find anything of interest, it allows them with one of their ROVs to go and take a closer look.
Blaine, it's a very impressive kit that Ocean Infinity has got on board. So, what are your thoughts? Do you think MH370 will be found this time?
Yes, I think that if Ocean Infinity searches new locations in both the CSIRO and UWA areas, they will find the plane. That's a large area that combined extends from 36.5 degrees south and 28.3 degrees south. The UWA analysis that guided me in my successful search for floating debris points to a crash site between 33.2 degrees south and 28.3 degrees south. I fully support searching all the hotspots in both areas and areas in between, new locations not previously searched. Those are the Blely-Marchand area, the IG area, Broken Ridge around 32, 33 degrees south, and up to the Whisper area at 29.1 degrees south. I'm long on record favoring the area around Broken Ridge. I think that if those 4 hotspots are searched and areas in between, they will find the plane. I am more confident in Ocean Infinity's searching ability than in the mathematical calculations of many of the experts, meaning that if Ocean Infinity searches an area and doesn't find it, it almost certainly is not there. Just watch the ship and see where it goes. They searched some of the southern areas before. If they spotted any promising anomalies down there, have a look. They would surely go and revisit them. And if not, they'll proceed to the new areas. If not found, I hope they'll extend the planned area and search until found. Some will claim that if 370 is not found this search season, that means that it did not crash in the southern Indian Ocean at all. I disagree. It's not in some baseless place or outer space. If it's not found in this search, it's simply somewhere else in the southern Indian Ocean. But again, I believe that they will find it this time if they search those areas.
Well, I'm going to chime in here before I ask Richard what your thoughts are, but I have a very high level of confidence that it's going to be found, and I really truly believe it'll be found in the Whisper area. I've been working with Richard now for over 5 years on this project. When I say working with Richard, I have been on the periphery of the periphery, following this on a weekly, daily basis. And I am so incredibly impressed by the mathematics and the peer reviewing of this technology. And I think there's an incredibly high chance that that's where it's going to be found. And of course, for the viewers, we're showing a map right now of where the Whisper area is, and it fits perfectly, Blaine, within your University of Western Australia area. A little
Yes.
bit of it has been searched previously, but most of it has not been searched. Now, Richard, with that sort of wrap up, what are your thoughts?
Well, I am also very confident that Ocean Infinity will be successful. They have an experienced team, both on board the search ship and in their remote operations centers, which are connected to the ship via satellite. They have state-of-the-art equipment, and they're doing a very methodical search. My co-author, Professor Simon Maskell, is a scientific advisor, and he was present at the meeting with the Malaysian government back in 2024 when Ocean Infinity presented their search plan. And I think Ocean Infinity are doing a very thorough job. They're listening to all the experts, and I'm sure they will be successful.
Yes, there's no question that they are the very best people to do this. And every time you inquire or you get involved with them, looking at what they do, it's really state of the art, cutting edge of technology, and I think there's a highly I think there's an incredibly good chance we are going to find it because of the professionalism of the organisation that's doing it.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. So I mean, the bottom line is we all hope, we all pray that they will find MH370 wherever they find it, and that's the most important thing of the lot is that they find it and they bring closure to those poor relatives and loved ones left behind who have gone through sheer hell for the last 11 and a half years. That's the most important thing.
Yeah,
Yep.
absolutely.
So, gentlemen, look, thank you very much indeed for joining today to discuss this great news from the Malaysian government. And we'll be following this with both of you over the next several months on an almost daily basis. It's going to be incredibly exciting. So, viewers, do please subscribe to us, please like us, please tune in and follow us. And we do appreciate your support as well. And talk to you soon. Take care.